something extremely beautiful to Midland Park. So whether you're a resident of Midland Park or you just come in for a slow sense of tidbits, please help yourself and listen very carefully before walking. That's all we got. That's all we got. So thank you very, very much for coming.
Yes, Michael.
We have several speakers that we're going to bring up tonight, and the first person I'd like to come and talk to us is Karen Eaton from Mural. So if you've driven through the city, perhaps you've been driving up Kingston Road and you've seen some of those absolutely gorgeous murals. This is the woman who's helped beautify our city. And why don't we give her a warm round of applause?
Very good.
Thank you so much, all of you, for coming out to support this initiative. I hope you can hear me. It's always tough competing with the traffic out here. I first of all would like to start by thanking Mark and the Midland Park Community Association for kicking off this initiative in their community. They are very proud of living here, and their outreach and outsourcing of ideas, they met with our member of Provincial Parliament, Brad Duguid, who is also here and will speak to you later. And Brad said, speak to the people from Mural Roots. And we were very, very happy to speak to them and to make them part of our summer program. So that you understand what this mural is all about, we're an organization that creates public art to improve communities. And we do this in various ways throughout Toronto, and we are a service organization that actually has international connections. But we have our heart in Scarborough. We've been operating here since 1990, and we also believe very strongly in education and improving the field of mural art. So through our organization, through people, it's led by a great artist herself, Carol Knowlton-Doherty. Carol, will you wave and just let everybody know? Carol is the president of the organization, and we have another board member here, Julie Frost. Julie waved as well. Julie also has a great background in the arts, and with the direction of people like themselves, we put together programs to further our own aims and those communities. So with the support of the City of Toronto, Graffiti Transformation Program, as well as a number of employment programs, we were able to put this mural together. So I'd like to thank our funders, the City of Toronto, and I believe that Councillor Michael Thompson will be here. Oh, yes, yeah.
Here.
Michael, I couldn't see you with the sun's in my eyes, right, Michael? And also two other funders who helped us employ the youth. And this is such an important part of this project for us. These youth had summer employment, but not only that, they received training under the guidance of our fantastic lead artist, Rob Mateka. So the Toronto District School Board has a program called Focus on Youth, and we have to thank them for helping us employ two of the youth. Now, this is part of a much bigger program, which is called Urban Canvas, a project of Amnesty International Toronto. And through that program, we are trying to depict all of the 30 articles of human rights in murals around the City of Toronto. And this is article number 2. Provides a great challenge for the artists. They have to really think of ways of depicting an article of that magnitude, and they will talk about that in a few minutes. Before we move on to the artists, I really want to thank two fantastic people who, without you, frankly, would be here because it's their wall. So, Howard Sloan,
Some words on the experience?
Shy.
I'll take that as a no. All right. Well, thank you. All right.
It was very fun.
Thank you.
about your vision? You want to tell us what your vision was?
Okay, well, starting from the beginning or the left to the right, the vision is a gift being passed on from one person or people's. It could be generational, it could be many things. A gift being passed on from one hand to the next. And as the hand is passing the gift, the hand that's coming out of the water is sort of coming to life, getting some of the colors that are on the giving hand as well, having those colors spreading to the hand that's coming out of the water. And then the ribbons, which obviously state the article itself, flow into the waves and the water and show people working together, striving together, working towards something. And our logic behind that is sort of that the Universal Declaration is a great guideline, and it's not something that we should think that it's been achieved yet, because I think we can all think of examples, if we take time to read it in our own lives, where we see that the Declaration is not in full action, and it is something that needs to be in full action. So we do not want to show a utopia of the Declaration realized, but more of the journey of working together and striving together to get there. So that's what the boats in the waters represent, a positive journey towards something great. And where the waves meet the shore, then we have the planet Earth being comforted by a quilt that is reflective also of diversity, people coming together, working together. And in the quilt, the message there is, if you can find it through the patterns in the quilt, the message is, love is the key to freedom and change. Love is the key to freedom and change. So if you can find that in the quilt, then that's great as well. And then obviously we have the literal interpretation as the youth or the people as the pillars of the community, holding up the word community and reflective of Toronto, the local community as well. And then outside, around the earth, around the quilt, we have the universe, because it is a universal idea, hence the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Wow. It's funny, I think I get up early in the morning, and I was driving past at like 7 o'clock, and I look over and they're all here, and I'm thinking, oh, I think I got it bad. I'm just leaving for work. They're already here working. Thank you so much for helping transform what we believe is a beautiful community into something even more beautiful. Thank you very, very much on behalf of the community. I've heard a lot of comments about what people think about this, and as much as I'd like to think I have a strong memory, I've forgotten most of them already. But we do have a comment sheet over the table here, and we would love for you to write down your thoughts, anything you'd like to share with us. We'd love to hear it. As well, I'm sure you know we've got some samosas, we've got some timbits, and we've got someone in the community that has been steadfast for us, that whenever we've needed help has been there for us, that has done more than the people of this community could really know, but do know that he is a very, very valuable member, and he's a cherished guest here tonight. Michael Thompson, do you want to come up and say a few words for us?
Thanks very much, Mark. Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Great. Excellent. It is, in fact, my pleasure to be here with you this evening. As Mark has said, and the artists have said, they have actually been here for quite a while, and I too have actually come by to see them. In fact, I think this is the most clothing I've actually seen them wearing in quite some time, because as you come here in the course of the daytime and the sun is just blaring down on them, they've had to make sure that they're nice and cool. I think it's really amazing, and Karen and I have chatted about looking at how to utilize orphan space in our community. Obviously, when the space is orphaned and left bare, it has a negative impact on our community. You look at the wall, it's no longer simply a wall. It's an expression. It has obviously meaning. It has a lot of colors, and it really brings a real sense of vibrancy in the community. And I want to thank certainly the Midland Park Community Association leadership of Mark and Dave Barnes and all the members for their diligence and working with Karen and Mural Roots and my office in order to make this happen. I told Karen some time ago that we're going to make sure we utilize the clean and beautiful money for very positive initiatives and so on. And as long as we have the initiatives of the community, we will ensure that the resources are there to assist members of the community. As you see here, in terms of all the people that are here with us this afternoon and this evening, it's important to understand a community is a collective of people who actually take progressive actions in order to transform the community and make it a better place. So the spirit of the community is reflected in the actions, and the actions of the residents of the community is reflected then in our ability to really receive and respect our community in a wholehearted way. And I think what we have here really speaks to the mechanism and really the function of our community in terms of everybody coming together, pooling resources, and working obviously with great artists. The artists, a big round of applause actually for the artists. So I want to tell you, and I know that Karen and I and Mark and others have looked at other spaces in the community. This is the start of something beautiful, bigger and better. By the way, I also want to acknowledge former Councillor Shireen Shaw for being here. Shireen? So I want to encourage each and every one of you to enjoy, obviously, the work that's here, and ensure that your friends and family members who are not here come and enjoy and obviously take advantage of what's here today. So thank you very much, everyone, and it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Fantastic, great words. Now, it's interesting how this all started. Probably about 3 years ago, and I was interested in engaging some of our provincial parliamentarians in regards to how do you beautify a neighborhood and what do you do to ignite passion and a fire within the community. Brad Duguid, just a gentleman, there's not enough I can say about him, said, come on in and let's talk. And when we talked, he said, you need to speak to Karen Eaton at Mural Roots. And 3 years later, we're together and we're celebrating what I think is absolutely beautiful. I don't think there could have been anything more. You know what? I'm gonna let Brad speak. I'm just thrilled to be here, Brad.
Thank you, Mark. Can you hear me better like this or like this? Like this, right? All right. Put this down for a minute.
I know.
Mark, thank you. I thank Mark for his kind words, but this really isn't about us politicians. It's really about the young people we see up here and the young people we see who are the same young people holding up the pillars here, because they really are the pillars of our society. I am really proud to be part of a government that really cares about our young people, that invests in our young people, that supports them, that invests in their future through education, and invests in their opportunities through supports for jobs, and that's what part of this is about. But again, it's not about government, it's not about politicians, it's about these young people and the great talent that they've shown that they have. And it's about how they've been able to bring this whole community together. Howard, who owns this property, couldn't happen without him. Howard, I don't think anybody's mentioned you yet. Where are you?
I'm here.
I think, well, Howard deserves a round of applause. Business community, City of Toronto, Province of Ontario, Mural Roots, Amnesty International, and the Midland Park Community Association through Mark's great leadership. What a fantastic partnership. Put those groups together with these very talented young people, and I'll tell you, you've got a force to be reckoned with, and you've got something now that we can all be very, very proud of. A community that shows that we can make a real difference when we all work together. So thank you all for being involved in this. Those that are here in support, thank you for your support. You guys are absolutely awesome. You've got something you should be so proud of. Keep up your talent. Keep working on your talent. You've got a very bright future. And I'll tell you, if you're our pillars in our society, our future as a province and as a city is very, very bright indeed. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your great work. And I believe I'm now supposed to call everybody up. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yes, sir. Howard, come on up.
Follow instructions well, Brad.
And at the count of three, I want to hear a really big round of applause, because we're now going to officially designate on the count of three the official opening of this beautiful mural that's going to improve our community immensely. So, are you ready? We don't have anything to cut or anything. It's too big.
Symbolically.
1, 2, 3. Yeah!